Hi, Matt. Hooray, you're here. I'm so happy. Okay, you're going to join for Spill the Tea. And if you can hear, we have some coffee brewing. We are ready to go. And I'm just going to accept, well, I've accepted Matt and all his wonderfulness forever. And now he's joining us live. Oh my God.
Hello! Wait, I want to put a filter on because I just realized you can do that on here.
Oh my
Wait,
God, wait. I was actually gonna like bemoan that you can't. And now I see that you can as
you
well.
can.
Oh, thank you, Instagram.
I know, thank goodness. How are you though? Wait, I actually want to turn off my fan because it's so loud.
Oh, well that's okay. You look gorge though.
Thank you. I had to look beautiful for you.
Oh my gosh, but you always look beautiful though. So
I
yes,
tried.
exactly. I mean, I tried to do a little makeup, but I don't like how it's looking like high def now. Because compared
You
to
look
you know,
beautiful, and I saw
we'll
your
do that.
outfit on your post, and you look so cute and summery.
Thank you. You know, it's hot here. Is it hot in Germany? In
It is,
Germany?
yeah, I'm in Germany, so like you're having coffee and I'm about to make a cocktail. But so we're on different ends of the day.
Okay,
Um,
so I'm having just a regular coffee. You know, it's just regular. You have to show us what you're drinking later or when
well,
you're
yeah, no,
making it.
I totally, do you want me to make it now? Because I put all the ingredients in front of me to make
Oh
it.
my God, let's do this, Matt. Yes, you guys. Okay, so
So,
we're gonna join and so this is what
what,
I'm having, but then you're like our look into the future.
yes,
You're,
exactly. Six,
people
I
can
know
look
I'm
into their
6 hours
night.
ahead, so I'm in the drinking portion of the day, and you guys are in the waking up coffee brunch portion of the day.
Perfecto.
So
So what are you gonna make?
I'm gonna make a Negroni.
Oh,
Um,
lovely.
have you ever I have you you're not drinking right now, right?
What'd you say? No,
You're not,
no,
no,
sir.
okay.
But
So
I have had.
so are you gonna find this annoying for me to be drinking in front of you?
No, I actually love it. I feel
Perfect.
normal because I'm just like part of the fun still, you know
Yeah,
how
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
So, wait, but I've had a Negroni many times, but it is
Delicious, right?
Italian, correct?
It's so good and it's all red and pretty. It's kind of like the cousin of the Aperol Spritz, which was
Oh,
my favorite drink last summer. But what it is I'm just gonna do it right now. It's just
and
gin.
Matt, I just have to tell you, we had our cousin over yesterday. So it's like you're so just like in the vibe, you know? You
Oh,
know, so you were talking about the cousins of drinks, the cousins of kids, you know, it's all just.
which cousin did you have over?
Oh, well, so Chris's twin has a daughter and son, and the daughter came over. We decided we could like social distance, you know, and
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah, of
all in
course.
the family. So, yeah, but it
That's
was
sweet.
great. It was great to
That's
see them.
so nice.
I know. Okay, back to your drink. Tell us what's in
Now
there.
I'm putting in the vermouth, which is this um, rosado, martini rosado. So I'm doing that.
As
And
your
then
base?
I'm gonna put in the Campari, which is my favorite part. And
It's
then
so red,
I know it's so pretty.
right?
It's so
Yeah.
pretty. And then there it is. That's what it looks like. There's a lot of ice in there. And then I'm gonna put a little orange in
I
it.
love and I
Isn't that
love.
pretty? Oh, I should have stirred it first, but whatever. But isn't that pretty?
Oh my God, I love. And it seems like with the citrus, it's very refreshing.
It is, but I like that it's not just like sugar. It's like kind of bitter and sort of complex. And it's just, I love it. It's
Oh,
like one of my favorite drinks these days.
oh my gosh, I love it. So is that you? Does that sum you up as well?
Oh, for sure. Bitter, complex. For
See, you know,
sure.
yeah, I don't know. But wait, so how have you been in Corona and COVID-19? You've been in Germany the whole time?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you
And
know,
things have been canceled. So you were like in the middle of your fest contract. For those of us that don't know, can you kind of catch us up on where you were, what's happened to you from like a musical standpoint?
yes, definitely. I'm in Germany. I'm doing
Thank
a
you.
fest contract with Opera Stuttgart.
They're
And
so lucky.
it's my second season here, and we were actually in the middle of a run of Marriage of Figaro, and it was really sad because we had done a run in the fall, and then this spring it was going to be an all new cast besides like a few of us.
And I know you've been really loving singing Barbarina, right?
Okay, but
Right. Okay, so that was fun.
I was singing Barbarina.
It would be a new take.
It would
be. So cute.
I'd be super cute and coquettish, but no, I was playing her father.
Oh, okay. So it was a traditional program.
Yeah.
Traditional casting. Okay.
Yeah, traditional casting. Boys for boy parts,
okay.
Girls for girl parts. Boo. No, but it was, and you know who was actually in it in the spring for the one performance? Brandon Siddell.
Oh my God!
You know,
love
I
it,
know.
love it, love it.
I know. So he was here, and he was doing Figaro, and they had rehearsed and everything, and we only got to do one performance, and then for the second performance, which I cast, it was canceled. And then since then, the season's been canceled, and the other productions I was supposed to be doing were things I'd done before, so it's not like I missed out on on like roles that I wanted to do, but it was sad to just have all these things canceled. Yeah.
Well, and you miss out on, I don't know, possibilities of things. I mean, so much of our lives, when I was singing professionally, and for sure, you know that so much of your life is kind of like being open to the connections that you make during your gig.
Totally. And I keep
between
thinking
things and
like all the young artist programs and stuff for younger singers, like all those kind of opportunities they're not going to get, or like big debut moments, or like, just like meeting someone that helps them, like that, all of that stuff is just canceled. Like it's a whole year
a person like hearing them,
Exactly. Yeah. So
you're so right.
It makes me really sad to think about those people who are missing out on those chances. So yeah.
That's sweet, Matt. Well, I'm sad for you too right now, but I don't know. It's a weird time, especially because we don't know what's next and when it will all be like opening up.
Well, what's it like where you are? Because I mean, here things are all the shops and stuff are open right now. You just have to go in with masks. But what is it like? Because you're in Dobbs Ferry now.
Yes, but I was in Queens yesterday.
Yeah.
So I kind of drove around and saw.
Yeah.
Like here, you go to I've only been to the grocery store and to Walgreens.
Yeah.
Because I go to the pharmacy and then to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And at those places, and I go super early in the morning because I'm up early. So in those places, it's like I wear a mask and everybody's wearing a mask and everything's separate. Everything is how you would expect you are supposed to do things.
Yeah.
But in the city, and it's not too awful or anything, but in the city I saw like the lines were like a lot longer.
I know.
And I was like, oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
And I'm sure once you get in there, then you're waiting for the checkout, and then you know what I mean? Like, and it's not like there's going to be a plethora of items to choose from.
Yeah, no,
so,
it seems like at first it was crazy and there was barely anything in the stores, but now I'm hearing that it's a little better from people that are in the city.
Yeah, it is. Like, it definitely is. It's getting better, but it's also like not. It doesn't sound like where you are. But Germany had one of the best responses.
Yes, we're like, I at first I was like, oh, I feel sad. I should be with my family. I should be with my friends. But I was like, oh my gosh, you got so made up for the occasion.
Well, I bet that doesn't happen to Kelly Ripa. She knows like which side of the mug.
But also, I bet like her makeup artist like powder, like, because they probably powder her lips, so that doesn't happen.
You're so right.
Like,
well,
because powdered
thinking,
lips
like,
in person look weird, but like on TV they probably look great.
Oh, you're so right. And she's not kissing Ryan Seacrest.
Not that we know of.
Oh yeah, well, that's so true. I mean, she's like obsessed with her husband. Just ask her.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm sure there's no smooching backstage.
No, definitely not. Wait. So speaking of goss, do you have any goss that you want to share or discuss? Any hot goss?
What kind of goss?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If we can also table that, but I love to talk hot goss.
Like,
I'm trying to think.
Like celebrity gossip or like my life gossip?
Both. That's what I mean. And as far as I'm concerned, they're one and the same.
Yeah.
Okay. They're one and the same. Wait, okay, so let's start with you as a celebrity. And I want you to tell us a little bit about, because what you've been doing in quarantine is like a lot of creating, it seems like. And I am so all about that. So can you tell us a little bit, like, the stuff you've been writing and your other music you've been creating?
Yes, sure. So I've always written songs and stuff, and then I released a song around. Did you see that song that I did around Christmas?
Yes, and I loved it.
Yeah, and I wrote
but
that.
I have to say, I really like the newest one.
Thank you.
It is like my favorite.
Thank you.
Wait, I Wish You Were Closer?
Oh, so okay. So there's If You Were Closer, which is like a country song, but then there was an even newer one. It's called High School, and it's like a song about
I didn't hear it yet.
Oh my gosh, it's super cheesy, but it's a sweet song. But I'm actually working on a new song, which I'm super excited about because I'm also going to make a really cool music video of it. And yeah, I'm just trying to be as creative as possible during this time. And I'm kind of like, I've written all these songs. I was embarrassed to share them,
Sure. Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Like, whatever.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really bizarre, but so you know what I have found, and so tell me if you felt something similar. What I have found, and I haven't even done the links, to the extent that you have, but like in any small way, like even like an Insta story or something, something small even. I was realizing during this quarantine, because I've had more time to create the things and like stop before I put them up and take more time to like look at other,
you've been doing tons of stuff. You just this, and also I see that you will comment on movies and stuff. You're just doing lots of posting, and it's all great.
Oh, thanks, Nat. But I was noticing, I was like, oh wow, I'm really filtering this. I'm filtering this through something I think I'm supposed to do. And I didn't really know that how much I was doing that, or in what ways. So that's been interesting to me during the quarantine specifically, like that I've been able to grow or like see a little bit and grow in my creativity because I have more time, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about like, I have to get this done now. Like even with us setting up, we tried a couple times, but we still wanted to do it because we weren't so worried about, we missed the moment.
No, exactly. And I mean, my policy, I've done a few different things since this happened. I did like a little cabaret for LA Opera, and I did
and I saw that. You were brilliant. Thank you.
But my policy right now is if someone asks me to do something, I just say yes. Because I'm like, what am I doing? This is so awesome that people are taking the time to be creative and come up with things to do. So I'm always game for anything right now. It's because it's fun. What I told you when we were talking earlier today, I was like, oh my gosh, I have something to do later. This is great.
I know. But that's also something that's like so cool about you. You're sort of a savant like that. Like you're always busy. You always have, you have your hand and like your fingers in a lot of things, and everything that you do has your style, which is like amazing. So wait, so what's your inspiration for this songwriting?
Do you mean the new song or in general?
In general, and the new song.
Well, so I mean, I usually, for when I write songs, usually it'll be about something specific that I then try to make more general for everybody. Nice. And like that's why my song If You Were Closer, that song has like 20,000 views, which I know it's not like 1 million views, but like for me that's a lot of views. And I get messages from people being like, oh my gosh, like that song, it reminds me of how I'm feeling right now about my boyfriend or whatever. It reminded me of this, and I wish that we were all closer together. And I get all these like nice messages, and I'm like, oh my gosh, about my song, like that's so cool. So
when we listened to that one, Chris and I listened to that one together. And Chris was like, who is this? I mean, because I was just holding the phone. Yeah. And he was like, who is this? And I was like, oh, let's listen to the end.
Yeah.
And then like he get to the end and I was like, that was Matt. He was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, I mean, because he loves you anyway. I knew he would love it anyway. Yeah. Like he loved it for real. And
that's so nice.
Yeah.
For knowing it was me.
Oh my God, exactly. And like, but that's exactly what you're saying. So your music is like reaching a lot of people.
Yeah, no, it's nice. And I mean, like I said, it's not like it's getting millions of views or anything, but for me, who's been like hiding this part of myself for so many years, for people to be writing nice things about it, it's like, oh, and I've gotten a few mean comments too, but when you put anything online, that's bound to happen. But it's been
I feel like that kind of means like you've arrived too, because people are watching that aren't just like your mom.
Oh, no, it's like that. I remember, because I do that thing, my show with my friend Tracy, Angry Fat People. And we were getting the most insane mean comments. But I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, because it means that people are watching, and like they're taking it, like, this is, if they're, first of all, if they're watching the whole thing and then it's pissing them off, great. Like,
yes, that means like we are doing what we want to do. We are stirring it up. We are stirring it up.
Exactly.
That's awesome, Matt. Okay, so you're kind of taking it. I love that you were too. You are very, every time I speak with you also about the creative process, I'm really interested at what you have to say and inspired, because you also have written a lot of YA novels. People may or may not know.
I have.
Yeah.
One of them has like, there's this website called Wattpad, and it's like where people post their stories and stuff. And one of my books has 6,000 reads, which is pretty cool. And
so wait, tell us about your books, please, because I think they're amazeballs.
I mean, they are like young adult fiction novels, like sci-fi, like.
I know, I love it, Matt.
And the whole idea is that it's a lot of very diverse characters, like gay, different races and everything, and it's never like a plot point. Like, it's just that it's normal.
Like, is it like being in Canada?
Yes, it's like Degrassi, but like sci-fi. Exactly.
That's how I love that's why I love Canada, because it's like, oh, that's not part of the story. A plot point is exactly right.
People who happen to be these things, and it's not like, oh, I'm so tortured because I'm gay, or like,
Yeah, or like, oh, look at that person. There's something. No, it just is like, what?
No, okay. Exactly.
Cool. So, okay, well, I'm gonna.
So it's just like a regular, like, I think, creative story, but with all these diverse, different characters, which is nice.
Yeah, but Matt, both of these times too, you're really talking about this universality and the way that you're seeing the world, and I think it's really cool, and I think it's really neat, and yeah, I just want to say, like, yay. And I'm gonna put a post afterward with all the links to all your stuff. Okay, so I know you already sent that to me, so I'll do that. Okay, and then I wanted to ask you too. Okay, let's do movies and TV as our last thing. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I am about to finish, because often what happens when I turn on your Insta story, you are like watching something I have just watched, or that I would like to watch, or that I would like to be watching at that moment. So maybe, have you seen, I'm about to finish Waco?
No, it's a documentary, or is it like a series about Waco?
It's on Netflix. So it's like, a dramatized.
Oh,
fictional,
it's a series.
Yes, it's a series.
It's like with people, like actors playing roles, and not. Oh, I thought it was a documentary. I'm so stupid. Are you enjoying it?
I mean, Matt. Just wait until you get to like the one right before the penultimate episode.
Yeah.
The final like clip or whatever. It's unreal. It's unreal. Yeah. For all of you that know what I'm talking about, Oh,
I'm gonna watch, because I just finished Hollywood. Hollywood.
Oh my gosh, how is it? Okay, how is it?
So here's the thing, it's not good, but it was fun to watch like a beautifully put together show about old Hollywood, and see like some of these things I was just talking about. Like, the whole point of the show is like, what if back then in the 40s they had created movies starring people of color, gay people, all this stuff. It's kind of like a what if premise, and it's silly, but like there's something.
Oh, but so it's not based on real events.
No. There are characters in it that are like real people, but then they're mostly not real people. Like, Rock Hudson is a main character on the show. Okay. And some like Hollywood insider people that were real, like Hedda Hoppers on the show and everything. So it was very silly, but the production design is gorgeous, and I love Patti LuPone. She's on it, so it's fun to sort of have
I did a show with her, so.
What? Sorry. Oh,
I did a show with Patti.
It was Candide.
Yeah, we did Candide.
I saw you. I saw that show.
Excuse.
I know.
Excuse. Well, so, you know, I mean, me and Patty, I mean, I'm surprised she didn't tell me about it herself.
I know. Why didn't she? She's like very active on Twitter right now. She should have tweeted you.
She should have tweeted me like, Tammy, it dropped. Like, hey,
Yeah.
girl. Anyway, she knew you were going to tell me. She's
Exactly.
watching.
She knew eventually I would let
But
you know.
she's amazing in it. Does she just deliver
She's
like
great.
she always does?
She's always amazing, and it was just so fun to see her like as a lead on a TV show. And she's obviously, you know, older
Oh,
now,
yeah.
but she gets to be sexy, she gets to be funny, she gets to be strong, she gets to be
Ooh.
vulnerable. And I love, that's one thing I love about Ryan Murphy. He gives like actors who are older all these amazing juicy things to do. And
What else did he do?
Sorry?
What else did he do? I'm blanking.
Ryan, oh my gosh, you know, like he did all the American Horror Stories. He did
Oh.
Glee.
Oh, yes, yes.
He does all that stuff. And Jessica Lange, who is like the lead of the first few seasons of American Horror Story, she hadn't done much in years, and he sort of revived her career, and we got to see like all like this whole other side of her. And I mean, she's amazing. Did you watch any of them, the American Horror Story?
No, I have not even like nibbled on that show. I have not like watched
Season 1 through 3 are amazing. They're really good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I trust you, Matt. Like, and we also like our Venn diagram lines up like a lot.
Yeah.
Well, did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes. Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw it twice. I loved it.
I loved it. And you know what? I don't always love Tarantino. How about you?
Sometimes it's like too much for me. And that's what I liked about, like, I mean, violence. And I know it's usually like unrealistic violence, but it's just a lot. So the fact that no spoilers, but like the violence is at the end of the movie. So we got him like really directing a movie without all this crazy stuff going on. And like, I just thought he was so good. I thought what he did with it was so good.
And also, like, I feel like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I really feel like you're going to get this. Don't you feel like the entire world is just like on this journey with Leonardo DiCaprio? Like, when are you going to get that Oscar? Like, when?
No, but he got it. He got it for The Revenant.
Oh, he did? Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, but I didn't like that movie.
I didn't see it.
Okay,
I didn't see it. That's why, because I had a baby. I was in Babyland. So you know what? It's kind of like I'm getting the news today. I can breathe out about Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm telling you the Hollywood gossip.
Okay.
So he got the Oscar.
Okay,
so this was just like the cherry on top that he did this amazing role, and he's continuing to be amazing.
Okay, so guys, I told you there was going to be gossip.
Yeah.
Everyone breathe out. Leonardo has gotten the Oscar.
Thank goodness.
Well, that's like I said to another friend of mine, Jonathan Byard, a couple months ago. I was like, you know what? I really think that I should begin Twilight. What do you think about that?
Wait, do you mean watching it or reading it?
Watching it. I said, what do you think about that?
That I recently just watched all the movies?
Well, listen, he goes, Tammy, I think Twilight would change your world. Like, I cannot believe you haven't seen it. Like, this seems like so on brand for you.
You specifically, it is really for you. It's like,
and I go,
you
Jonathan,
would just
stop.
Yeah, like, you would just love it.
Stop. And Matt, stop. I go, I meant again.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm obsessed. I've already seen it 3 times.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I was saying, like, I'm wondering if I should, do I want to commit my life to Twilight again?
Oh, it was I'm so sorry that I misunderstood you. I feel like that's offensive.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's so like on brand for me that everyone's like, oh, Tammy. And then I'm like, no, I know. I mean, again.
Yeah.
Again.
No. Yeah, no, I loved watching it again so much. I found it so entertaining. Like, they were so ridiculous and not very good, but also so good, you know?
I know. And so, well, what are some of your top ones that you've been watching this quarantine? And what do you want to, like, what are a recommendation?
What have I watched? Oh, gosh, I'm like blanking.
Or something like that you want. I was going to also say the reason I was kind of stuttering on that because I was like deciding what question to ask, which was also what's one of your favorite things to watch, like, again? Like, for me, it's Twilight because I love that. Like, but for Chris, I know you're a huge Buffy fan. He won't watch Buffy. cannot dive in.
So if I'm going to watch Buffy, it has to be like, I'm committing my life to this because it's the last, I watched it, like, I can't watch it more than once a year because it's such an emotional journey. And last year was one of my favorite viewings of it because I just, like, I was a little older and just like watching these like kids in high school like go through all this, you're like, oh my gosh, they're kids in high school dealing with all this stuff, you know? So
So
I
wait,
love
what viewing was that for you?
Oh gosh, I mean, probably because I'll watch episodes every once in a while. I'll be like, oh, I want to put that episode on, but like, I think I maybe only watched the show all the way through 4 or 5 times. Which
Oh,
do you think? Yeah.
How many of you watched? How about Friends?
Friends, I probably only watched like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, I got you beat on that. I've definitely seen it 5 or 6.
Yeah, but that's such an easy one to just have on in the background, and you can just sort of like then check in and be like, oh, ha 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 ha, ha. Go back to what you're doing.
I like how you called me on that. You're like, that doesn't count.
No, it counts. It counts.
Okay. So what do you like to rewatch though?
I just did a big Golden Girls rewatch, which was very enjoyable. I could always rewatch 30 Rock and Parks and Rec and like just like feel shows that like make you feel good that are also super funny. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I'm such a dork. Oh my gosh, I love Star Trek so much.
Good.
Yeah, so I've been watching Star Trek in my free time, which is plentiful. And yeah, so
are you practicing?
Oh, do you like Roseanne?
Oh well,
the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, but the original show. Now she's but the original show was so good.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I know. And it reminded me of like
it's tainted now.
I know. Well, it's the same thing with Cosby Show.
I know.
Same thing, people.
Oh my gosh. That would be, I haven't watched it since all that. That would be really, really hard to rewatch.
I agree. Because it really meant something during that time.
Yeah, it really did.
Well, and you know, I love it because we share the same feeling about the people on TV and movies, like being our friends. And especially during quarantine, like I think it's really good to like have shows and have movies. And like, I always love like turning your stuff on. I feel like I'm sitting at home with you and it's super fun. And so please keep doing it. It's
I will. Yeah. What else am I going to do?
Okay, so we have to wrap up because I've already like gone too long, but I did want to say, like, is there anything else you want to like leave us with? Like, I've also been asking what your thoughts are on like this time, just like as far as music or as far as, I don't know, just like anything that has really struck you and that you just even today, or, you know, it doesn't have to be the last thing you ever say, but
yeah.
Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like just something that you would like have noticed during this time that you'd like to share.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think, and this has been being written about by people who are way more intelligent than I am, but I am encouraging people to be creative and like come up with stuff and like do things they've never tried before, because this is such an amazing opportunity where everything's on pause. You can just do it. Like this is the perfect time to try new things and just put yourself out there. But also that it's okay if you don't feel it. Like if you're, and I've had some friends that I'll ask them if they want to do something and they're just not there, and that's fine too, you know? So I just think everybody has to like be okay with everybody's way of dealing with this. And that's how I've been trying to be because, you know, if you ask your friend to do something and they're like, I don't want to do it. And it's hard not to be a little hurt, but then you have to be like, okay, you know? So just like accepting that you need to deal with it. Like, so you shouldn't feel bad if you're not out there doing creative things too, is what I'm saying. Like you're going to feel ready when you feel ready. And it might not be till things are more back to normal, but also I encourage everybody to keep being creative and doing cool stuff like this, Tammy.
Yeah. Well, and Matt, like how have you felt like that mindfulness like comes easier to you? Like when you were saying like you have to say like, okay, no, that person, because what you just said is very thoughtful about and empathetic about what people might be going through. And I think that's really, really cool and really important. And like, do you find that like during this time also that you've had more room in your mind or time to be empathetic?
Yeah, no, I think because especially like when I look at people with families. And I'm like, oh God, it's so they're so lucky that they get to be all together. But then there are also challenges with that. There are people who are like having to homeschool their kids and like all this stuff. And I've been trying, like, and if I see someone complaining about it, I've been trying to not be like, oh, well, they don't know how good they have it, and be like, no, that, when I think about it, that'd be really hard. So I don't know. I think I'm just trying to be open to everyone's experience during this and just try and be nicer and less judgmental.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. And you're totally like, you're definitely like doing by example. And sometimes I feel like as creators, it's cool to think of, you know, as entertainers, we kind of can do that a little bit. You know, we can kind of give that little burst of encouragement or that burst of life or that laugh or that whatever.
No, and I think that's so true. Like, I've been thinking of anything that I do as being just like a source of entertainment for people. We're all sitting at home doing nothing. So if they're scrolling through and someone is like, oh, I watched this video that Matt made, or like last night I was doing silly videos of me doing the rhythm thing, and I got all these nice messages today where they were like, oh my God, that cheered me up so much. So like, it's all just entertainment and ways to fill our time. And that's sort of how I'm thinking about anything that I'm doing right now, just to like if it makes people laugh. Like, I consider myself an entertainer in general, not an artiste. So if I can entertain people and make the time go by a little easier, then that's awesome.
Yes,
and
I totally agree.
Too.
I've had like somebody say, I've had two people say, which for me, people don't usually comment. Like people will watch, but I don't have a lot of comments happening.
Yeah.
But people will say, oh, it was such a ray of sunshine. And I was like, oh, that must be what they're getting from it.
Yeah.
You know, like they're getting like this bright spot and that's it. And so I was like, I'm going to kind of go in that direction a little bit. You know, unless it's a personal thing, which there's definitely room for. But even in the creativity in your songs, you're also like releasing that too. So that's awesome. Like
it's a nice outlet and also a way to entertain people. And I think this next song that I'm super excited about is gonna be really great. And normally I produce and do all the stuff for my songs. I actually hired someone to produce this song. So I'm really excited.
And what's it called? What's it called?
It's called Make You Love Me.
Yes.
It's like, you'll hear it. It's fun. I'm hoping the video and everything, I can do it in like the next 2 weeks.
In the next 2 weeks, we should be looking for this. Can you give us any like hints of like any costume, any feel, anything?
Well, colors? It's going to be the first music video where there's someone else in the video.
Oh,
so
cool.
that'll be exciting. And of course, it'll be done via Zoom.
Oh, I was going to say, how are you going to do it? Okay.
I know. But I'm trying to be creative, and like, I was like, how could I have this be a more just not me like doing weird angles in my apartment by myself? So I'm trying to be.
It doesn't look like that at all, though. It looks like you're on a cloud and you're
oh yeah, like... the Tour Closer video is literally just. Do you see those pillows behind me? I would just have my pillows around my head, and I'm like.
I was like, Matt has like left. He's in Equestria.
Yeah.
Matt's in Equestria with the ponies, and wow. Say hi to Rainbow Dash. Okay.
Exactly.
Whoa. Okay. So there's another person in the video, and can you give us any other tips or any hints?
Well, it's about the song is about dealing with like new love and relationships during this time. It's completely fizzled. So here's some gossip. I met a really great guy at the beginning of all this, and then I just stopped seeing him because he lives kind of like out of town, and it sort of put a damper on our relationship, which is okay because I don't.
But it changed the whole course of it. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's kind of about that. And I know so many other people are dealing with that, like having met someone and that's like, what do we do? I can't see you and all this stuff. So it's like kind of about that.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Very good, Matt. Okay. Well, all I can say is like, keep on keeping on. Thank you so much.
You're the best. This was so fun.
This was so fun. And maybe let's do it again, and we could even set up, and we could even, if I had something ready, and we could like show the new piece and stuff.
Yes, anything you want to do, I'm up for it. This was so nice just to chat with you, and
it totally was. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I'm gonna put up a couple more things, and hopefully get it on YouTube if everything works right. Sometimes I can't.
No, I know. Sometimes it just disappears, and you're like, where'd it go?
I know, and I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have a filter, and we look amazing.
I know. That's what I love about these. Like, there's, you can choose. I mean, you could even. I mean, I could even be really crazy and do like, you know, is it gonna work?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Oh, yes, queen. Yes, queen. Wait, I want to do this, girl.
I'm.
Yeah. Oh, girl. Oh my God, you are killing it. I don't have as fun of stuff as you.
Oh, I'm always on the hunt for glam filters.
You're always looking. Oh, darn it. I'm like, which Pokemon are you? That's
I love that one though.
There it is. Wait, and my Lisa Frank one I like too. My daughter does this with her friends.
How is she? How's Penny?
She's great.
She's so cute. Oh my God. Such a star.
Thank you.
On a commercial.
Oh yeah, I know. And guess what? My friend in Texas, he was watching, saw it live for the first time. I'm so excited. He saw it on Bravo on Demand, everybody. So go check that out.
That is so cool.
But I hope we can have you again. And I'm also wanting to do is there a way to do a triple?
I don't know. There must be. I feel like they must be expanding the capabilities of this right now with everything. Like everyone's at home doing nothing, you know. But I don't know. I've never done it. You
know what we could do is we could get a Zoom meeting and put that in. All right. Anyway, spill that hazel. This is what I said to him, 19 minutes. And look at this. I've talked to you all for 38. It's because we love hanging out with you and you guys are the best. And Matt is so much fun. But anyway, Matt is a fantastic and you guys really need to check out all his info, and I will put that all in the post. And there's Penny. And yes, thank you, Matt, for spilling the tea. You're the best.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Love you. Be well.
Bye.